find with Foundations Forum, it's very well-rounded. We tried, and I think that's the success of it. That's why I think we've maintained ourselves through a recession when a lot of the conventions were losing attendance. We were able to maintain attendance and, if not, grow a little bit. In the beginning, we grew in leaps and bounds, but lately we've found a very comfortable size between 3,000 to 4,000 people that participate. And I think the reason for the success is that it is so well-rounded. If you want to learn, you can learn. If you want to hang and meet stars and meet personalities, you can do that. If you want to see new bands, we give you there's a whole stage of unsigned bands, and there's a number of younger baby bands that are just on their first record. I would say every year a band emerges from the young bands to go on to be a platinum, double platinum act. Some of them aren't. I mean, again, we're going back 7 years, and some aren't maybe as popular as they were. They've peaked since then. But we played Warrant before Warrant. Had their first record out. Extreme. Again with their first record.
So you would say that that Foundations gives the person not only the opportunity to showcase, but also to take what they learn from it and promote their after Foundations. It's up to them, the band, and what they learned and how to handle their band in their life, whether they get successful. Would you say that the band has a lot to do with its success, say after Foundations, or its management, and who they hook up with?
I think success for a band comes in so many different ways, and I think that it's I think a lot of people get caught up in the magic of music and the magic of any media. I think there's a certain amount of magic, and the same way if you see a special on Star Wars or Jurassic Park, and you see how the magic is made. For some, they find it real interesting, and for some, it's like, oh, I mean, there is no Santa Claus type of a thing. And with breaking a band, it's the same thing. There's a lot of work that goes behind a band. A band doesn't go into a garage, bang out some songs in a year or two, and then, record a record, and the world comes flocking to them. It's a lot of, it's an education thing, especially for unsigned bands at the Foundations Forum. One of the biggest lessons, the most basic lessons, is that getting the record deal is not the goal. It's not the brass ring. What all does it lets you inside the park, okay? And that's then so you can even begin to play ball as a rookie. And you're playing with guys who are well seasoned, and everyone has their own agendas. And more often than not, the new band is not on people's agendas. They want those big names, and they want that the sure bets. Everyone has their own personal favorites. Everyone has their own political ties that they want to see, whether it's for glory or whether it's financially driven. There's a lot of different things that a band has to learn to deal with, and I think that they can get a feel for that at Foundations Forum. It's educational. It's not the begin all and end all. It's just another piece of the puzzle towards, I think, success. I think the most important thing from Foundations Forum is that by observing, you see a lot of different ways things can be done. There are 1,000 ways to skin a cat, and Foundations Forum, you can get to see a bunch of them.